Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 13 minutes past 8 on Monday night. Back with two for tomorrow. Found it very difficult to find anything tomorrow with small fields at Leicester and dire straits kind of day. But we found two each way bets. I think there's money for one already. Both of them were 13-2 earlier. Just trying to get something that would be at least in the money. We won a few pounds today, so it's great to do it on a Monday. It sets us up nicely for the week. I hate losing on a Monday. Well, I hate losing any day, but particularly on a Monday, because it sort of sets the standard in for the week. We had Sublime Heights that, as somebody said, was sublime in victory. The going key to that horse I thought would suit. I got a bit worried when it drifted out before the off from 94 out to 3-1, and there was money for the other one, but the other one stayer, yeah, but on heavier ground. It was second, wasn't it, in the Sussex National, or did it win it? Second, I think, yeah. But got the job done. And then Rowdy Rustler was very disappointing. And there's money for him last night and this morning. But I think we might leave him on side. I don't know what happened to him, because I thought the ground would suit today. I thought he'd definitely be in the first three, which upset the plan for an each way Trixie. Dream Harder. The jockey was the main reason that in a race like that I picked him. Millman. He's a good lad. And he won. He just held on. Grand prize 2-7-2. So anyway, not a bad day for a Monday. As Steo said a while ago, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. He can sing it, not me. While we were on about it there, Tom's bet, he mentioned a horse last night, Coral Blue. I tipped that up on the 1st of March last year. Coral Blue. Tipped it up at 2 pints each way. I look back at the video today. 2 pints each way at 8-1, and it won at 9-4, I think. But it didn't back it up, because we backed it again the next time, and it done nothing. And I backed it. It won. That's the third time to win. It actually won it 6-1 there in November. I think I might have backed him each way myself that time, but I didn't put him up. And then he won at 22-1 the last year and drifted out and won at 11-1 today. Fair play to Tom, to Tom's bet but I didn't back it today. I didn't think after he won he never backed a win up before. And there was a great tip put up by our weatherman, Stephen Pitt, the Thames boatman. He put up at 8-1 last night, and it won at a photo finish there at 6 o'clock. At 6-4 favourite. When we're on about Sublime, Roy Harris put up that he seen today as the race was going off, a lorry passing by with a sign written on it, Sublime. It reminded me when I was 16. I was working in Dublin. I was asked a few times, did I ever go to college, or what college did I go to, or did I go to journalism school, or questions like that when I'd be out and about at racing. No, I never done the Leaving Cert. I never went to college. I left school after Intercert. I was working in Dublin in driving a Manitou forklift before teleporters were invented. And I was working with bricklayers out in the building of factories out in Glasnevin Industrial Estate, down at the back of Cabra. That was the time when there was no safe passes, or there was no inspections or nothing, so you could harsh around. I was only 16 driving it's an animal of the yoke. And I used to go to lunch. I used to drive the car, no driver's license either. I was driving to Cabra to get the lunch and the breakfast for the crew on the building site. And there was one guy on the site, bricklayer, and he used to follow the horses. And he used to give me a bet every day, and he's do pretty good. Probably what got me in it at the start. But there was one morning, just as I was pulling in the car, he seen a lorry reversing in and delivering a load of sand, and Burns, Burns, was written on the side of it. And there was a horse going that day, Byrns. So he gave me a tenner each way to go down, and I drove down to a bookie shop, it was Ladbrokes in Cabra, and I put it on, and it won at 14-1. So that reminded me today when I seen that, that it's hunches. People just do that, and they do it with names and different things. So each to their own way of picking winners, I suppose. So brought back good memories. That was the good old days. It's not today or yesterday, I'll tell you. It's really built up now in that neck of the woods. There was nothing but green grass at that time. Now, on to tomorrow. The first one was looking at is in the 2:45 at Catterick. It's a female jockey's handicap hurl. And Bryony Frost is riding for Neil King. And she has rode this horse the last couple of times. And she has a good strike rate the last few years for Neil King. And this was with Andy Oliver in Ireland. As you can see, and it was rated 85 when he came off on the flat there first, and 74. So let's call it 80. That had put him at 120, 122. So that's what he got first when he went over hurls in England. He was 123. And he's back down now to round 100. But he had a good enough run the last day. And Bryony Frost rode it the last twice. It was behind a horse that we won on there, Cootie, remember that? It was third. So that she's the best jockey in the race, and she has experience riding that particular horse. And I thought to 13-2 earlier. I think it's into 4-1 now. It is 4-1. If it drifts out to 5, it's back at each way. 3 places, and actually it's a good bet there with the green bookie, 4 places. That'd be something similar to the regional win with Millman today in a good jockey experience riding that particular horse, and it's only 5. And then in the 6 o'clock we have Ali Rollinson riding a horse for John Mackey called Young Winston. And this is, now, they're not great animals, but this is 4th different trainer, actually. He was with Mick Appleby, Eddie Battle, Mark Loughnane. Now it's with Mackey. But it goes on the surface, as we can see here, it was 5th. And then it was behind Sicario the last day. It was only beaten ahead and ahead.
Samurai Sneds is being ridden along. Rockchant the Inner. Opticality Pittsburgh is now about to be asked for an effort by Finley Marsh. International Law improving very wide as they run down towards the 2. Pittsburgh looking for a little bit of daylight. Lebayeb is improving on the inner and is being chased by Chow Adios. This is wide open. Still there is Half Nelson as they now run towards the final furlong. Lebayeb's now shifting right, but just about in front. Challenging also is Young Winston, the near side. Pittsburgh is in the clear. On the far side, Chow Adios. International Law, the near side. They're spread far and wide here with 100 yards to go. Over on the far side, getting up Chow Adios to deny.
So it can go on the surface, and the last time he was behind Sicario. We were on Sicario. I just got up on the rail in Wolverhampton. So this was at a mile and a half. So this should put him sort of right, fitness-wise, I would imagine.
Oh, just an advance of Gentle Fire to the great International Law. Alchemist Dream, White Cat ridden along, passing the 3. Bug Boy and Jenny Wren continue at the rear end of the field. Order of St. John being taken on now by Fast Forward, and here Rossa Ryan kicks Fast Forward into the lead. Ryan in pursuit of the treble. Young Winston, Black and White out after him. Here's Gentle Fire away to the extreme left. Sicario, Purple and White finessed into it just outside the furlong. Fast Forward, Gentle Fire down the near side. Young Winston between them. Sicario on the far side. 4 in a line as they come deep inside the furlong. Gentle Fire noses on. Young Winston, Sicario, Fast Forward. Oh, Judge, pick them up.
He went up £1 for that. Now there is Defence Treaty is in the race. Its favourite for Nigel Twiston-Davies, but has never ran further than 10 furlongs, and it was only a mile most of the time. And it was his first run the last day for Nigel Twiston-Davies, and it was 8s into 100 to 30. Now it ran well. It's bred for the Goo because it's out of street or a by Street Cry there is back in the line. But I can't know will it stay the distance is the thing. So Young Winston each way at 32. It's into 4-1 there with 365. 32 back that each way. There's 4 places, and you could do a small each way or a small reverse forecast to Vince Treaty for fear it might stay the distance. So that's the 2. It's Monday. What happens on a Monday? We might sing a bit of a song. A story about a pal of mine who worked down near the Georgia line. BJ in a little country station. Everybody loved him dear, 'cause he played what they liked to hear. He built himself quite a reputation. At record hops he stayed out late, and his mum would always wait to see if he hadn't made it home alive. She warned against his loss of sleep and driving fast and that old heap, and that he had to be at work by 5. Oh, BJ, the DJ, you're living much too fast, and if you don't change your ways, don't see how you can last. Every morning at just past 4, from the driveway he would roar. Overslept and he was late again. Then at breakneck speed he'd drive to sign the station on at 5. He had lots of records he must spin. His mum sits by the radio until his voice told her hello. She knew then he made it there all right. Then she'd say a little prayer, keep him safe for he was there, and she'd wait up him again tonight. Then one cold and rainy morn, all 4 tires were badly worn, but still he screeched off just as fast as time. BJ had a lot of nerve, but he completely missed the curve, and he signed off down near the Georgia line. Mum sat by the radio, the voice she heard she didn't know. BJ never been this late before. But with the road so bad and all, she'd wait a little while before she called, and then she heard the knock upon the door. Oh, BJ, the DJ, he was only 24. A wreck at 90 miles an hour, he'll spin the hits no more. That's an old favourite from the 50s. Oh, God, that'd wear me out. Anyway, bash the bookies, over and out. I'll have to lie down after that.